All right, what's going on Facebook? So today I'm with Mid Jones at Cable Dahmer Kia,
Yep.
and you're in Lee Summit, Missouri, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, and we're just gonna talk a little bit about what you do, your challenges, just have a little discussion here for 30 minutes with you. So
All right.
you're a sales professional right now, right?
Mid Yes. Jones at Cable Dahmer. Yes. Kia. Yep.
I'm getting an echo from you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this down. Yes, sir. All right. I turned it off.
Perfect. So you're a sales professional. How long have you been selling cars?
So I've been selling cars for almost 4 years now.
Okay. And where did you start selling cars?
I started at Volkswagen, a Volkswagen dealership here in the same city.
Okay, just a different one, or same group, or
No, just a whole different group.
okay. Which one do you like better, Volkswagen or Kia? Which one's better to sell?
Really?
Kia's a
um,
great brand. I mean, they've got a really good brand.
yeah, I'm a fan of Kia. It's a uptrend. It's a uptrending manufacturer, so that's why I like it. I see big things coming. Volkswagen, I was a very big fan of Volkswagen. I'm not gonna lie, because of the group. They own Audi, Bugatti, Lamborghini, all that. But I'm not happy with them partnering with Ford. So that's I
Right.
kind of got mixed emotions about that. So
All right. So, and before the car business, what did you do?
Before the car business, right before it, I managed a multi-million-dollar company called Restaurant Depot. I don't know if you ever heard of them. It's like a Sam's Club, Costco type thing out of New York and Chicago. So I did that for a little bit, and then I did management, politics, and I was also a soldier
Okay.
before that.
So you were in the Army?
Yes, I was in the Army.
I was in the Army as well. So you made it to sergeant?
Awesome. Made it to staff sergeant. Went
Staff
to
sergeant.
staff sergeant. Got out at 10 and about 11 years, and stayed reserves, but I decided to part ways with the active component. So
Awesome. Well, we appreciate your service.
no problem. I appreciate yours, man.
And so now you're selling Kias. How many cars a month are you selling right now?
It kind of varies. I sell anywhere between 12 to 15, but I approach it differently too. I do like to make sure I make a little money doing it. So
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, I think we all want to make a little bit of money, for coming into work. This is a pretty lot of hours, and you put in a lot of time away from your family in the car business. So it's nice to make a
mhm,
little bit of money here and there.
mhm.
Um, and do you guys deal with subprime there, or is it all prime customers?
Oh no, we got a mix. We got anywhere from prime to subprime. So we deal with it all.
Are you pretty even new and used? Are you doing about the same new and used?
Um, Pretty much. We sell a little bit more used. This is kind of a used car centric, even though this is a new dealership, a new car dealership. I'm a part of a pretty big. It's a 7 dealership group. Um, so they kind of emphasize pushing the used cars to drive the traffic.
Right. So one thing, what are you doing to drive business outside of leads from the dealership?
Facebook. I'm working my Facebook. I work with a pretty good friend and mentor of mine. I don't know if you heard of him, David Huffman. He's kind of helped me um, expand my Facebook and figure out how to really market my Facebook. So definitely, me personally, I do that.
Okay. So and you're talking your personal Facebook, or do you have a business Facebook?
Personal Facebook right now. I do not
Okay.
have a business Facebook.
Okay. And are you picking up car deals off of Facebook yet?
Yep. Picking up car deals. I actually had a young family drive all the way from Texas, eight and a half, 9 hour drive. I had to buy a Telluride from me, strictly from Facebook.
Wow, that is definitely a long drive.
Yeah.
I do notice on your page you've got quite a bit of engagement on your non car related posts, like when you post your daughter and things like that. So it looks like you've got a lot of friends. Are those friends
Yes.
local to where you live? Are you new to the area, or you been there a
Well,
while?
We've been here for about 4 years. A lot of it came from being local, but I was also a part of a pretty big investment group, a forex trading group as well. So I gained some friends there, and just being the benefit that I bring with my live. Being the automotive coach, coaching the community on how to buy cars, I'm kind of taking that approach as well, which has helped out a lot. So it draws a lot of people to me. So
Right. So, in the local community, how long have you been there? You may have said
about
it.
4 years.
4 years now.
Mhm.
Okay, awesome. Are you starting to make friends and build a little? Are people starting to recognize you coming back? You getting a lot of repeat and referral business?
Yeah, yeah. Not too much here because I only been with Kia for about a year. So I did have that. It was ramping up when I was at the Volkswagen dealership, but I've been here for about a year, so I'm not going to see too much of the repeat and referral from Kia. This is also a brand new dealership. This August, it's only been open 2 years,
Right.
but we'll get there. But I am noticing my customers that I do have on Facebook that I've sold in the past. Some of them have reached out and come to me and stay a little loyal. So
And what CRM do you guys use there?
we use Reynolds and Reynolds.
Okay.
Mhm.
How many backed up tasks do you have in your CRM?
Meaning like how
Like
many
the do
backup tasks? What
task,
do you mean?
yeah, tasks that you have to complete inside of your CRM.
Daily. I mean, whatever daily leads you get. You got your first, second, third call, your emails, your texts. So you got a few. They keep us busy.
They keep you busy. What do you think
Mhm.
about the CRM Reynolds and Reynolds?
It's intricate. At first, I'm not gonna lie, I was not a fan because it's very super intricate. It's super. I use Vent Solutions at another dealership, and it was kind of a plug and play. It was a little bit more simplistic, but Reynolds and Reynolds is super intricate. You got a lot. You have to do a lot with
Right.
the system. So there's still some things about it that I'm just not a fan of.
And what about learning curve? How long did it take you to really get a handle on how to use it?
Not too long. I mean, I try not to. I try to keep my learning curve down. I need to get in and learn it. So, um, do I know everything about it? Probably not.
Right.
Probably not.
All right. And as far as leads outside of Facebook and your own leads, what kind of leads are you working there?
Just the regular dealership like the cars.com, Cars Guru, Auto Trader, um, you name it, just the internet leads, the dealer focused leads, dealer inspired, what the dealership brings in, Facebook, just the normal.
How many leads a month are you working, would you say?
That I work. Shoot, I haven't even kept track of me personally. We
Do
get we get a few.
do
We
they
we
keep
get a
track of the closing rate there?
um, they do. I would have to go in and look at my report
Right.
um, as far as that goes.
And I saw you started a podcast. Tell me about your podcast.
Well, it's like I said, it's basically something I want to do for the community. It's something I want to do to help bring awareness. But I started it around the basis of a coaching platform that I'm currently working on now, my EPSC platform. But I figured I was like, everybody wants to kind of target the salesman, but who's teaching the community how to buy cars? Who's teaching them the things they need to know? Um, when they go in a dealership, or just giving them a better understanding. So of course that is probably going to evolve to a little bit more, but right now it's just I just love. I don't necessarily love selling cars. I love consulting, which makes me one of the top salesmen in any dealership I go to. So
Right.
that's why I do it.
So what would be one thing that a customer should know when they come in to buy a car? Something that you would teach a customer?
Um, hmm. And that's going to vary by different scenarios. But for example, we had a customer today, first time buyer, young kid. He had his mom with him. You can tell he was kind of nervous, and basically just teaching them to know who they're dealing with. than to trust their salesman. And the ways they can do that is if the salesman is willing to divulge information that most salesmen won't divulge. Like him, I asked him what his monthly budget was, and he said, "Oh, I can probably afford $500, $600 a month." And I kind of stopped him there, and I said, "Hey, most salesmen would be chomping at the bit at that, you being a first time buyer." I'm like, so that's super over reasonable. I said, you may want to kind of tone that down to something that's going to put you in a a good situation in the beginning. Let's kind of target around $300 a month, and that's just, I did that so I could build the trust, because I don't want to be that guy that, $500 a month, that's, we can overcharge you for that. It's like, nah, that's not what I'm here for.
That's a
It
lot
helps.
for a first time buyer.
Exactly. That's,
So you're
that's
going to look at him like if it was your son. Oh, well, hold on a second.
yep,
I don't. So you're looking at them like they're your family in a way.
yep, exactly.
Pretty interesting. So the podcast is to educate the local community on how to buy a car.
Hmm.
Uh, that's similar to Mike Davenport's approach to social media and his own branding. Is
Okay.
his kind of. Do you know Mike Davenport? Have you followed him yet?
Is that the Chevy guy?
That's the Chevy guy.
Yeah, I haven't, but I actually had a conversation with one of my comrades, and he told me about it yesterday, and I was like, oh, he was like, that's pretty much what he does. So I'm like, cool. So I definitely want to look him up,
Yeah,
and get some inspiration.
there's nothing. We need people in all different kinds of communities to help
Mhm,
consumers with the car buying process.
mhm.
A lot of them are intimidated and they feel like salespeople are taking advantage of them. So it's good to have people that stand up for giving them the information that they deserve to have. I'm definitely an advocate of that. If you're not following Mike, you should follow him because he's going to shoot me if I get it wrong, but over 100,000 YouTube subscribers right now. Uh,
Wow,
he picks up a lot of business off of YouTube and making YouTube videos. Uh,
wow.
where do you see yourself in 5 years in this business? What do you want to be doing?
That's what I want to be doing. I'll be honest with you. I love talking. If you can't tell, the smile on my face, I am blessed and I'm honored to be even on this platform and you giving me this opportunity. So just motivation, honestly, choosing a niche. I am a certified professional life coach, and I started a business a while back, but I didn't really have a niche. So it didn't really go anywhere. I like the car business. I love the car business. I've I don't want to say perfected the art of selling, but I've been very successful with selling. So I would love to use this platform to teach, motivate, and possibly see myself on the big stage, with the greats, talking and motivating and inspiring and helping, honestly.
So is selling cars not a long term vision for you? Or are you not looking to stay in selling cars?
Not at all. Not at all. And there's nothing wrong with selling cars. I actually think it fits my personality perfectly. I love selling cars, but at the same time, I want to like I said, I want to be on stage with one of the greats and I want to benefit people because I think that there's anybody that aspires to do that has a gift in them. And it's hard to explain, but I think my gift goes beyond selling cars.
Right, right. So do you think selling cars is kind of holding you back from the bigger picture of what you can accomplish?
Not really, because like I said, selling cars is a niche. It's something that I'm able to master. It's something I'm able to be good at, and it's something I'm able to really help people. I love helping people buy cars through the information, and by doing that, it's giving me a platform. So I think it's a stepping stone. I don't think it's holding me back, but it's pushing me closer to where I need to be because I have that platform, I have that audience, and I can use that to transition. And this just may be the automotive business. I may just stay in and be one of the greats in the automotive business.
Yeah, I don't know. How long have you been my friend on Facebook?
Shoot, I don't know. Has it been a year already or so?
I think it's been a while.
Yeah.
Uh, I can tell you the car business has been pretty good to me over the
Mhm.
years. So hopefully we can keep good guys like you in the business,
Well, I
uh,
appreciate it.
keep you guys around because we need good people in this business is what we need. Um,
Thanks.
if you have any questions for me, what would you do? You have any questions that you would ask me, knowing
Of
me?
course, man. Just seeing the success of just my personal friends. and then getting to know you and knowing that you were one of the companies that one of the other dealership I used you as for a while. I think in the beginning when you first started up, and just seeing you grow. My question is, what do you attribute that to? Like, you took a social media platform and you turned it into success, and how did you do it?
I would say the biggest factor is not giving up. It hasn't been a smooth road. There's been a lot of learning curves throughout the process, where both our clients and ourselves are learning, and we're still learning to this day. Um, and many times people would give up. I think people are often looking for a quick, easy solution to something. I think that they don't want to dedicate the time when they hit the wall, because we've hit a wall quite a few times. There's been instances where I didn't know if we could keep the company open in a week from in a week later. And I'm pretty good at putting my smile on and staying motivated, and it'd be hard to tell, but there has been those instances where we had learning curves, and it wasn't selling cars the way that we had hoped it would sell cars initially in the first year. And I had to get out and start visiting dealerships and start analyzing why, what were the things that we could fix. And I think a lot of people would have just given up. I think a lot of people, especially in the vendor side of the business, there's a lot of vendors who are trying to take credit for car deals that they didn't create. They're basically putting little widgets and things on the website that captures traffic that necessarily would have come and purchased from the deal, that probably would have come and purchased anyways from the dealership. We drive 100% incremental business, and I didn't give up on that. And it's definitely a big bite to take on, but we're chewing that piece of meat right now, and we're coming out ahead. But I wanted to give up more times than I can count on my hands. I can tell you that. There's been many times, and what I do is I wake up every single morning and I read motivation, and I decided I wanted to wake up an hour early every day when I first started TECOBI. And I started getting up an hour earlier, and I started reading, thinking, and writing. That was kind of my process. Is I'd read motivational things, I'd think about how it applied to my day, and then I'd write about it on Facebook and share my thoughts with everyone on Facebook. As people would come back throughout the day and like my content, it would remind me, oh, I'm supposed to be motivated. I'm supposed to be ignore the haters. I'm supposed to stay positive. Whatever it was I wrote about that day, I would get reminded over and over as people were liking the content. So it just kept me positive throughout all the times that it could have been easy just to become negative and allow everything to to go south. But not giving up, man. I mean, it's the number one thing. It's not easy. If success was easy and it was easy to have success, then everyone would have it.
Exactly.
Successful, but there's very few people that are actually willing to do what it takes when things don't go the way that they plan for them to go. I'm not a planner. I don't really plan things because I believe everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the teeth. As my cousin said, and then your plans change. And if you're too married to a plan, then you're sometimes unwilling to change that plan. So I just live every day off of faith, brother, and live every day for what it is and stay positive every single day, no matter what is thrown at me. I try and keep a smile on my face and positive thoughts in my head, and I don't allow it to affect me. And that would be the only reason that I've been able to get where I'm at today.
That's pretty good, man. Well, I'm a boy in the background. I guess my other question is, TECOBI, what is it? Who are you? And this is for my audience as well. What is this company, and what do you provide? How do you benefit?
So I've been trying to help dealers sell cars on Facebook since 2008, I believe, was when I started my first social media company to help dealers sell cars on Facebook. It was a company called Social Ups, and we were putting games on dealerships pages to get likes. And because everyone wanted likes back then, it was like, how many likes could I get on my Facebook page? How many likes could I get? We did really well. We got about 600 dealers signed up on that, and it just wasn't selling cars. I mean, it wasn't selling cars at the rate that it was supposed to sell cars, and that I thought it would. So I walked away from that partnership, and I started another company called Spark, which was we were going to take pictures of the customer at the time of delivery, and we'd have their friends and family spark it on Facebook, and then we'd capture the friends and family's name and email address, and then do email marketing to the friend or family member based on their friend or family member buying a car. It did a little better. There was more car deals because we were getting referrals from customers, but it just wasn't. It wasn't the 50, 60 car deals a month that really would make me happy. I mean, for a couple $100 to get 1 or 2 car deals was great for the dealership, but for me, I wanted to be more than just the redheaded stepchild who had just a couple car deals and we pay you a couple $100 a month. So I decided to leave that 3 years ago, and I was going to go back into direct mail, man. I mean, I was gonna go back into direct mail. I was going to give up on Facebook. I thought, hey, I've tried building 2 different software companies to sell cars on Facebook, and it wasn't working. So I was watching TV one day, and I saw that a car dealer commercial on a car that I was interested in, and I just didn't want to call him. And my phone was in the kitchen, and I didn't want to call. I didn't want to go on the website. I just wanted to be able to text and ask a question. And I was wondering, why can't I text these people? Why aren't they advertising on the TV commercial? Text us. So I started looking at all the ads, and I realized there was really no one pushing text message. So I decided to build a text message solution for direct mail, where when you got your piece of direct mail, you're like, oh, I like this offer. I'm just going to text in and ask questions on this direct mail. And then when they texted in, we'd start communicating with them, trying to set an appointment. And then one of my dealers, I sold some direct mail under that. And then one of my dealers was like, hey, I want you to run Facebook ads. And I'm like, I don't know anything about Facebook ads. Like, I'm not your guy. Like, this isn't. He's like, well, figure it out. I sent you $7,500, and you got to figure out how to spend it on Facebook. And sent me a check, and I started digging into the API in 2016, and realized that I could connect our text messaging solution to Facebook lead gen ads, which were a new form of lead gen ads. And the dealer actually tipped me off to lead gen ads. So I connected the lead gen ads to our text messaging platform, and the first lead came over. It was someone on a Dodge Ram, and I was texting them, and they're asking me questions about a Dodge Ram, and the ad was on a Dodge Ram. So I was like, wow, this is a real person, communicating with me via text message to communicate about purchasing a Dodge. And then 2 minutes later, next lead, 2 minutes later, next lead, 2 minutes later, next lead. And the leads just kept coming one after another, after another, after another. And I'm trying to use this archaic software, because, I mean, it's nothing like it is today, to communicate. I tell Scarlett, I'm like, hey, honey, I need your help. Into the office and start helping me set appointments with these customers. So she came in, and she sat, and we were in our home office, and she sat down, and for probably 2 months, we texted until our hands bled. I mean, we were texting at football games. We were texting everywhere we went. We had our laptops, and we were texting. And we got our office in 2016, and the rest has kind of been history. So what we do is we help dealers utilize Facebook lead gen ads combined with text message to help them sell more cars. And Facebook's the way of the future. It's where things are going, and we don't really sell much direct mail anymore. It just doesn't have you can't get the same number of leads off of direct mail that you can get off a Facebook lead gen ad. And it's we're at the point now we're generating 50,000-60,000 leads per month. There's close to 45 people sitting outside my office here that are texting with customers to try and set appointments for them to go in and buy cars.
Yes.
So
it's legit. It's legit.
It's definitely a different process. It's like a stripped down CRM that is built for appointments. That's what it's built for. It's not built for keeping track of what car someone wants, or sending price quotes, or doing all the stuff that slows down a car deal. It's built to drive appointments. It's built to use text message, and drive as many appointments as possible. And that's kind of what our system is built to do, with some long-term follow-up. Like inside of our system, you can send, like if I told you right now, hey, go follow up on these 500 customers, how long is that going to take you?
It's going to take me a minute.
It's going to take you a while. If I said, hey, here's 500 leads, go follow up on them. Inside of our system, you can follow up on those 500 leads in 5 minutes, and then you wait for people to reply. So instead of you digging through your CRM to find people that want to talk right now, and find people that are like, you have a bunch of customers that you probably sent some information to and you're waiting for them to get back to you. You probably have a mountain of those customers that you're going to try and sift through every single day to find that person who wants to talk right now. If they're off work, whatever the case is, you're sifting through all these customers. Well, you can send 500 text messages, wait for them to reply, and then only call the people who are willing to talk right now, instead of trying to sift and find them. So it's just become a massive CRM type tool that will help you be more efficient at following up on leads.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool, and we'll keep growing. We're integrating pre-screens. We're integrating full blown credit apps. Ultimately, it's going to be, you click your Facebook ad, you have your approval within 10 minutes. With a certain vehicle to go pick out, you go into the dealership, you select a vehicle that fits within that criteria. You're in the dealership for 30 minutes, picking your car, doing a test drive, and then you walk out of the dealership with your car.
That's kind of cool, because I actually had our marketing team make me what's called the Sarge Ballpark Pass, and I don't know if you saw that. So basically, that was the same kind of concept that I had basically for my Facebook people, mostly locals, but to go on there and we can inbox and send me their payment, what their credit app's going to be. I mean, what roughly their credit's going to be, if they can put any money down, structure up a deal on a car, and then they bring me in this ballpark pass, basically saying, hey, if your credit checks out the way it said, then all we do is pick the car, drive it, and the deal's already done. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's taken that to a much more organized, streamlined level. And that's what the auto business is going to have to do to stay competitive with companies like Carvana and some of the other companies out there. I mean, that's the direction it's going. And most dealerships, like we've got some pretty large clients, say a 500 or 600 car a month store. They're kind of maxed out on their capacity. They want to sell more cars. Like the GM's always trying to do things to sell more cars, but they can't because they're just maxed out in manpower, offices. Their process is so slowed down when it comes to finance that it's impossible for them to get to 700, 800, 900 cars, because they just don't have a process that's streamlined that's going to get people in and out faster. It's better for the industry to get them in and out faster, and it's better for the customers as well to get them in and out faster, in my opinion.
Cool.
Eddie Gilbert says you need to get on stage. You're a great speaker.
Oh, hey, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it.
Eddie sells Kias too.
Oh, awesome. Like I said, I love Kias. When I first got here, I'm not gonna lie, like everybody, Kia, when they first came out, they were a throwaway brand. So I didn't know Kias. I thought Kia was a subprime brand that, low, I don't want to say low income, but low credit score mostly got approved on. I didn't know until I walked into this dealership, and this dealership is gorgeous. It's a gallery dealership. One of like 6 or 7 in the country, and I walk in and I see a Stinger and a Cadenza, and I'm like, what is this? Like, is this a Kia? Yeah. And my boy was like, yes, it is. And I'm like, okay. And then they come out with the Telluride and the Nero, and then I understand it's a trending, growing brand, and I'm right in the midst of that trend. So they're doing big things. Trust me, they are doing big things, and I'm happy being a part of this. Their growth. Because they're number 1 in JD Power and Associates for the past 6 years. One of the safest vehicles on the road. Their GT model, 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds. It's insane. So Kia's doing big things.
I had a Sorento at one time, and I loved my Sorento. It's definitely a great brand. I mean, there's nothing there. Yeah. It's probably one of the better brands in my opinion. I love Kias. The Stinger looks pretty awesome, and every time I see one, it catches my attention.
Hey, that Stinger is no joke. It may not be as fast as as the Audi. You know what I mean? May not be as fast as what you got, but that thing is smooth.
Hey, you
That
can
thing
make
is smooth.
it fast, man. I mean, it's turbocharged, so I'm sure you can do something to it to make it really fast.
Twin turbo V6. So I already got a boy. I sold him. His name is Kenneth Nash. He's the owner of Goodfellas Tattoo here in Kansas City, and he bought one and he already modded it. He's got like 450 on the hip now, horsepower. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, well, we're a little over our time here, so I'm going to wrap
Okay.
it up. I appreciate you jumping on here. I wish you the best of luck in the car business, and I hope you sell a ton of cars this month. And wish you a really strong future in the business.
Well, I appreciate you having me on. I thank you. This is a blessing and an honor. If you don't mind, if I can give a quick plug, I
Go
always
ahead.
have to ask. If for you guys out there in the car business, I do have a platform, EPSC Consulting, and anybody want to tune in, I'll probably be going Sunday nights podcasting for the podcast to help automotive and to teach on automotive business. So hashtag Sarge the Car Guy. Look me up.
And
Appreciate you, man.
if they want to see your podcast, how would they find it?
It's going to be on my main page, so I will be broadcasting. Sometimes I'll let you know because I don't have a certain schedule, but it's most likely going to be on Sunday nights. But I put it on there about an hour before on my Facebook page, and you'll see me say, "Hey, broadcasting around 9, 10, or whatever." But I'll let you know. Now, hopefully, I'll get some more viewers, so I need to get a more structured schedule going.
All right, everyone, click Amid, right?
Yes, Amid.
Amid's name and add him as a friend.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much.
All right, rock and roll. Sell some cars, man.
All right, take it easy.
All right, bye.